it. So I do have a little tiny snail in here. And I'm trying to get him on here next to the penny so you can see how big he is. So let's see, where is he? That's my size comparison right there. And where are you, Snail? And there he is crawling on the penny. Perfect. So if you jumped over from Reddit, thanks a lot. Trying to grow my YouTube channel. And as we know from before, I did add some water to this slide. I did add some water to this snail right here. And if you could see, I don't, whoever was with me before, sometimes I look at paramecium under the microscope. Well, what's fun, hello, Balaz, if that's how you say it. If you notice those little white things swimming around, those are paramecium. And they're truly, you can't see them with the naked eye. Your eye can't resolve them. At least the normal human can't. So I did add some paramecium to this to give it some scale. So in the grand scheme of things, this snail is huge. He's a giant. And there's a little, I don't know what that is. I think that must be an insect swimming around. And I do have some algae in here. But what's pretty nice about this, I put a drop of water from another container, and you could see those white things. Those are paramecium. So that's pretty cool to look at that, of how small those really are. I'm gonna have to learn how to get people to subscribe and get notifications, because I have about 1,800, and I know everybody can't watch all the time, but I have about 1,800 subscribers, but I rarely get a lot of viewers at one time. But I tell you what, YouTube, at least from where I sit, it looks like it just looks like it looks sharper than on Reddit. There it goes out to the middle. He's right on the edge of the petri dish now. Yeah, he just eats all that, like I guess he would eat bacteria if it's stuck on the ground, but he just eats all that goop. You see all that algae and stuff? He'll just go ahead and eat that. Uh, Nothing much else. He won't eat. I mean, at least I don't think this guy eats those paramecium. I mean, he's just not fast enough to catch them. So you can see those little white things swimming around. That's paramecium. They're microscopic. I don't know how old this is. I just found him a couple of hours ago when I was looking for a water bear and a hydra. And I spent about 2 hours looking for him, looking for those, and I couldn't find any. And came across him. He's coming to the edge of that dry spot. That's a dry spot on my slide. That's duckweed right there. It grows in ponds. Here he comes. He's going to come over to this clump of algae and well, I usually keep my samples for a long time, because the longer you can keep them in your house, they tend to, things will reproduce and hatch and reproduce and hatch and divide. And the longer you keep them, the more stuff ends up being in it. But once I'm finished with it, if I'm totally finished, I put it in back in the. I got this mud puddle around the corner that when it rains, if it rained about, I don't know, a quarter of an inch today, that puddle would be filled for a long time, a week. So since I get these, I'll put them where I get them from. If I get them from that puddle, I'll put them back in there. If I get them from a pond, I just bring them out to the pond next time I go. I mean, it's no hassle. I mean, they're just in one little container. It's not like I gotta, you know, wrap them up and secure them. You just put the cover on the container and bring them in. And look, he's right on the edge of the world right here. Over to the right is the outside world. Over to the left is where he lives. And YouTube wants to, they don't give you control of your phone, so it'll try to autofocus. Yeah, it's not off topic because I actually was looking for tardigrades when I found him. In my opinion, they are rare. They're not rare in nature, okay? So, but they're rare to collect and stream live. Let's say it. Let's put it that way. They're rare to go out, collect some moss or lichen, get them in here, and then stream them live. So yes, they're rare to be streamed live, but if you look online, everybody's got tardigrades on their feeds. But I've been looking for about 4 days now and couldn't find a single one. So yes and no. They're rare to stream live, but not rare in nature. Supposedly they're all over the place. But I got to say, they're more rare than paramecium. Look at all the paramecium in there. See those little white things swimming around? Those are paramecium. You you go out and put your hand in a mud puddle, and those are going to be on it. You can go get 10 gallons of water and look for aquatic water bears and not find one. So I thanks everybody for looking. I got 5 active viewers. I did find out that live streams do count to your total of 4,000 hours of viewing time. So the more you can watch, the better for me. And I'd say, going at the rate I'm going, it's going to be a few months before I reach 4,000 hours of viewing time for 360 because it rolls. Like today's hours from last year are going to fall off at midnight, and today's hours that I'm streaming now are going to go on. So you lose from last year, but you gain from today. So it's a battle. But I'm getting a lot more views now. I have a video on there called More Cowbell. I put a couple of years ago. And for some reason, about a year ago, that thing exploded. And I was getting tons and tons of views on that. And so that's where a lot of my time is. He's fast, look. He's pulling all kind of goop with him. There he is right on the edge of the world again. So over to the left is dry land. It's weird how you could see his eyes. Look in the back of him, you can see his pseudopod, his false foot. And he's coming over to the edge. He likes the edge. And come up and try to escape. And what's strange is looking on the camera like this, everything's reversed. So I try to follow him, and I got to do the opposite of my instincts. And YouTube has some cool filters. We were looking at them last time: Slate, Dawn, Dream, Beam. They had one that was really good last time. Haunt, Silver. Let me go back to normal. Hey, Miss Art. I mean, collecting, just looking at things through the microscope, I've been doing it probably my whole life. My dad got me a toy microscope, and I'll say a toy because back when I was a kid, it probably cost $14. And I was able to see prepared slides from it. Pretty much nothing else, but so I've been doing this forever, but I just started really getting into it to streaming and all when I found out there was a market for it and people like to see them. So. And if you're just joining, those white things swimming around, those are paramecium that we look at sometimes. And those are, even though they look fairly big compared to this snail, they're quite small, and you can't resolve them with your eyes. So they're microscopic. And just to show you how big this guy is, that's a penny right there. And look how small those paramecium are compared to a penny. He's right on top of the penny. And look at the paramecium. Look at them swimming over that penny. You could actually see their shadows. That's pretty cool. And they are small, small. So watch, I'm gonna come over here to the penny real quick. Let me get the penny in the middle. So here's a penny half covered with water. The penny's underneath the thing, so watch this. So if you could see those little tiny white things swimming around? There you go, there's some. Those are paramecium. And they're really tiny. So it'll give you some idea how microscopic they are. And if I'm looking right at the top of this penny with my eye, and I can't see any of them. So that's how little they are. Where's my snail? There he is, way over here. I wish he'd go out to the middle. Yeah, he likes to live on the edge. And you see I got a billion paramecium. That's why I stream paramecium all the time. Because, when there's nothing else to stream and you want to do a stream and keep your channel going, I'd always go get me some paramecium. How big is that snail? How small is he? You just got here? Watch, I'll show you. Hang on. Where did he go? Okay, here's the snail, and here's how small he is. So that's how small he is. And those parameciums swimming around are even smaller. Yeah, I'm gonna keep him separate for a while and try to feed him and keep him going for a few days. Uh, if I have to, if it looks like he's getting sick or slow, I'll go put him back in the mud. Yeah, he's pretty small. I can see him with my eye, so he's not too small, but he's pretty he's small for a snail. Yeah, Jessica. Yeah, I just said yeah. He's I can see him. I mean, if you didn't know what you're looking, if he was staying still, you would just think he was a little bit of dirt. So yeah, he's small enough to where you could see him, and if he wasn't moving, you would just think he was a rock or a pebble. Not even a pebble. Look how small that. Look how big that penny is. Hey, gingerbread. And here's how big he is compared to my finger. That's my fingerprint right there. So that's the tip of my index finger. So that's how small he is. I don't know. I think I just found him this morning, so I didn't get a chance to go research him or anything. Uh, so I don't know how big he gets. My guess is he stays small. Uh, I mean, these are tiny. I can't imagine he gets big like a thumb size, but I could be wrong. Yeah, he's tiny, but he's not as small as those paramecium. Look, there goes I don't know what that is, a shrimp or something. But look at those little tiny white things swimming around. Those are paramecium, and they're truly microscopic. Like even though it looks like you could see them, you can't. Uh, they're white, but when you try to look, like I'm looking at them with my naked eye right now, and I can't see them. Yeah, I find this one came out of a pond actually. Duckweed. See that green thing right there? That's duckweed. And I was just getting some mud from a pond. No, I don't keep them in that complicated. What I do is I'll keep them in the water that I got them out of. So I guess you can call it that, but I'll keep them in the water that I got them out of and keep them there. And then when I'm finished, I'll usually go put them back where I got them. But I don't try to, which can you say? I don't try to prepare their water or anything. I just use water from the source. And there he goes. He moves fast, man. This guy is speedy. But he's gone to some duckweed. There he goes. Wait, So you got a sealed jar of pond water and there's still snails in there. That's insane. Yeah, gingerbread, those are, I mean, if you've been around me, you know that I stream paramecium all the time and they look giant through my regular microscope. But look how they look. This is 10x, well, 15x right here. So even at 15 times, that's how small they are. So they are really tiny. And you would think, well, I can see them next to the snail. I should be able to see them with the naked eye, but you can't. Your eye, the normal person's eye can't resolve that small. And there he's under the bubble at the edge. Gonna give me a hard time here. Come on out of there. He thinks he's at a race. He thinks this is a racetrack or something. So I'm starting to try to grow my channel a little bit. I'm gonna make an intro to all my videos, and I'm gonna put a quiz on soon. I'm just creating a little biology quiz, maybe 10, 15 questions. And because everything counts as a view that's not copyrighted. So if y'all see me add anything, if you can go watch, take any quizzes that I put on there, because I'm trying to get up to 4,000 hours so I can monetize my channel. Yeah, NASCAR was yesterday. Yeah, it looks like he would have won the race. So this is 15x right here. So those, let's say, so this thing is 15 times smaller than you're seeing them, okay? And those paramecium are 15 times, I mean, the paramecium are 15 times smaller also. So you can imagine how small those paramecium are. There he goes. Come out in the middle. When he comes out in the middle, you can get better focus on him. And I just got to constantly be moving my Petri dish here. There he goes. Come on out. Yeah, gingerbread. Send me the link. I'll go subscribe. Yeah, so a quiz. You know, I'm learning more and more about YouTube. To get the viewers, you need 4,000 to be monetized. I'm 1/8 of the way there. I'm at about 600. So, but anything counts. So if I put a quiz and it takes people 10 minutes to complete the quiz, well, everybody that does the quiz gives me 10 minutes of airtime. So it's a lot of trickery, to get viewers, but in turn, you're giving them something they like to see. Okay. All right. I'll go back and look at my stream here and I'll get it and I'll go subscribe over there. And another thing, when you get to 4,000 hours, if you get a steady stream of people coming there, you can put ads, microscope companies, and run ads on your page, and make some money. You remember, I take donations. People send me a couple of dollars here and there. But boy, if I can get that YouTube channel going, that would help me a lot. Yeah, I'm going to make a quiz. I already started it. It's not going to be fancy because I'm not an expert. I'm going to do it in PowerPoint or Keynote and then convert that to a video. So I've been on 25 minutes. I'm going to go about another minute or two here. And then I'm going to head out because I'm getting hungry. And I'm going to put this guy, I'm going to keep him separate for a day or two. See, I'm going to put some more algae and stuff in here from where I got him and see if what he does, if he grows any or anything like that. And there's a little crustacean right there. Hey, get away from me. The crustacean trying to jump on the snail. You know what? I think I'm gonna put him back in his water, his big water supply that I got, because he's just going in circles here. I don't want to make him go crazy. So I'm not gonna keep him here because I don't want him walking in circles for 24 hours. Yeah, I mean he's right on the edge. Uh, he's right on the edge, and I gotta believe that if I just left him here, he would be circling all the time, all day long. So I think I see some people that just came by. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the scale underneath him again, so you can see how big he is. So there he is crawling across a penny. There you go. That's always fun to do. He's coming up to some duckweed. This is that green stuff you see floating on the top of ponds that looks like little leaves. So he's dragging a lot around with him. There he goes, back to the edge. Yeah, they just eat that. Hey, thanks, Christopher. They just eat just microscopic things, algae and stuff that just gets on the bottom. How you say that? Detritus, like decomposing plant matter, stuff like that. And he's shy. He's hiding. There he comes. There he is. I almost dropped him in my lap. You saw that? And where's my finger? There's my finger if you wanted to see some scale. Yeah, I almost dropped him in my lap. I would have been able to find him though. I would have looked. I would have been able to find him. I've been on about 28 and a half minutes. I'm gonna go at 30 minutes. Okay, so a few more minutes. There's my finger again. So basically, if I had 10 viewers today that watched 30 minutes of this, okay, then I got crippling fear needles and the first guy showed since my parents might help me get the microscope. Yeah, good. So every minute watched goes toward my 4,000 hour goal. So watch it as many times as you can. I'm gonna try to get a little quiz up later. Probably won't be till later this week, and then that quiz will count too because it's going to be basically a video of a quiz, and you take the quiz, just like a verbal quiz. And as you're taking it, it's counting toward my hours. Okay, thanks y'all for watching. And I'll try to stream something later on. I'm trying to find that hydra. Hopefully I can find that hydra and stream that hydra. That'd be really exciting. Thanks. Yeah, one more thing. Yeah, the shell is kind of transparent.